You can get infinite Gobblegums, Master Prestige, whatever you want as a solo player right now in Black Ops 6 Zombies. But today, I'm not only going to show you how to do that, I'm going to show you how to do it in record time. That's the way that I run my channel. I'm going to show you equipment suggestions as well as multiple different glitches you can tie into the Liberty Falls glitch to allow you to skip over the main quest with ease. Now, there is a guide in the description down below that shows you how to do the entire Easter egg. You can do it within 30 minutes very easily, and you can leave this on overnight, 3 days if you want, depending if the game decides to crash or not. But in my experience, you can get over 400 rounds plus with this glitch and get all the Gobblegums that you need. So let's go over. So first of all, Ether Shroud extension, the minor augment is huge for this because you'll have more time in Ether Shroud and you can kill the final boss super easily. Juggernog, on the other hand, Turtle Shell and Hardened Plates. Really, Hardened Plates is the big one. Turtle Shell is definitely a huge help, but Hardened Plates will allow you to have a lot of that damage mitigation you typically do not have. Now for equipment, GS45. First of all, this gun is super useful for this glitch because in Mustang and Sally is just huge, but more importantly, the suppressor gives you a heightened chance of extra salvage. That is absolutely paramount for this glitch, and I'll go over why in a minute. So long barrel, extended mag 2, akimbo, and rapid fire are my choice of attachments. These are definitely the best attachments overall in my opinion and make it so much easier. So otherwise, you should do the mule kick glitch. Now I'm going to show you how to do that in 30 seconds in a second, but today it is very easy for you to do that glitch and it still works. If it does get patched though, just leave that out of this guide. So what it allows you to do is actually apply melee Macchiato, and the damage that it adds to your melee weapon typically will add to that weapon that is now in your dedicated melee slot. This works for everything except for HVTs and can save you a ton of time while doing the Easter egg, especially in those early rounds. You can see I'm on round 15 right there, and I'm getting easy kills still with a completely dud weapon, not upgraded or with any rarity whatsoever. Now energy mine, if you have the turret augments, that is super useful as well. We're not going to go over that. Free fire Gobblegum is absolutely required. So just to clarify what is required for this glitch, you are going to need a chopper gunner, you're going to need free fire Gobblegum. So what we're going to do here to do the mule kick glitch though is you want to duplicate any knife within your dedicated melee slot. In zombies, you're going to notice some of these do not actually pull up the build options menu. If you can't duplicate any melee weapon, you just simply can't do this glitch. I've had some people report that they can't do this, but for whatever reason a lot of us can't. So you can see here I can pull up the default knife's build options and duplicate that. Go ahead and equip it onto your class and then immediately go over to multiplayer, and what you want to do is go over to your weapons tab and go to your dedicated melee slot there. What you're going to do is immediately delete that duplicate. So that duplicate I just created and equipped to my zombies class, I'm going to delete. And the last step to this glitch is you want to go into your primary weapon and duplicate any build of any weapon. Keep in mind, this weapon will be that one that you can upgrade using melee Macchiato and you can have in your class. Now, it's not going to be useful for the boss fight, keep that in mind, but again, it will save you at least 10-20 minutes while you're doing the actual Easter egg. So when you go back into zombies and you check on your loadout, you should see this weapon in your dedicated melee slot. If you don't, try to repeat the steps, but I promise you it should still work, and it definitely works at the time of creating this video. So as early as possible, make sure that you get melee Macchiato to skip through all of the Easter egg steps extremely easily. You'll have a lot of damage with this gun, but also obviously you want to make sure that all that scrap that you're collecting, make sure you spend it on a chopper gunner as well as upgrading the rarity of your Mustang and Sally. You're going to need to end a round in the church as soon as you're done with the full Easter egg, except for the boss fight. So again, get to the boss fight phase, essentially where you are about to trigger the boss fight, and end a round within the church. Now, when you end the round in the church and then save and quit, what's going to happen is you will spawn directly back inside of the church. Now, you cannot leave the church at this point. Essentially, what this part is you are allowing yourself to use a chopper gunner in the boss fight, which you typically can't. Once you have done that, go ahead and start the boss fight. Here's what we're gonna do here. All right, so you have Mustang and Sally, you should have it upgraded at least to Pack-a-Punch level 2 as well as Epic, but if you are a low skill player, I don't judge here. Make sure that you get that up to legendary status. That will make it absolutely brain dead to actually do this last boss fight. Now that Juggernog augment is huge for me, especially with a 3-plate vest. I'm able to mitigate a lot of the damage. Your main focus during the boss fight should obviously be the Manglers, because the Manglers and the Abomination count as far as ending this boss fight. So make sure that while you're running around, make sure you are absolutely prioritizing those Manglers. Don't let them build up, and get yourself to the very last boss, which is the Abomination. Now with this, again, you can only do this solo, and you have to do it in a solo style game. You can't click play in squad and then not squad fill, because you cannot save and quit within that game mode. So once you make it towards the end and you have killed all of the manglers, you should have that abomination spawn. Immediately you should pop off your ether shroud and try to shoot the heads off of the abomination. This is the quickest way to kill these HVTs, especially these abominations, is just aim for the head, whichever one is lit up. Now for whatever reason, this guy wanted to turn away from me constantly, so I could not show you guys how quick it is to actually kill the abomination. You're going to have to get this timing really close on this next part, so pay close attention and I will explain it in the best possible way. So what you want to do is go ahead and make sure there are no manglers left at this point. So kill any extra manglers. You can see I have one here and I'm good to go. Now here's where the actual glitch happens. What you want to do is make sure that you kill the abomination and then count to 3 as soon as you see this image come up on the right. Don't pay attention to anything else. What you want to do is just wait for that image to come out, count to 3, 1, 2, 3, very slow, and then just pull out your chopper gunner and immediately skip the cutscene as soon as it comes up. Now you don't have to skip the cutscene. I've been told that you don't have to, but I highly suggest it. This is to make sure that the glitch always works every single time and I never have issues. But once you skip through the cutscene, you should notice that you have a third weapon when you get out. Now make sure that you fully upgrade your pistols if you haven't already, your Mustangs and Sally. Make sure that you have that free fire Gobblegum available. And what you're gonna do is head over to this roof over here where you built the LTG device. You can see I had some zombies actually, glitch out on me. So what you wanna do before you start this glitch, or you can do it after, just make sure you have only a few zombies left, is come down here and what you wanna do is face the corner and then turn around. Now what's gonna happen is you'll have your legs out front and you wanna aim exactly where I do over here. I'm gonna have an example image in a second of something that a subscriber sent me, but essentially what you want to do is make sure that you have the chopper gunner out and then take the free fire Gobblegum. Now the reason for this is you need the chopper gunner out while you take the free fire Gobblegum to make it work. The last thing that you need to do is as soon as this runs out over on the bottom right, as soon as your free fire Gobblegum runs out, you want to make sure that you are still shooting the chopper gunner. The reason for this is this will make it completely unlimited. Now they tried to fix this a long time ago and it kind of changed how the glitch operates, but as soon as you're done doing that step, you should be able to take it out anytime and use it. So go ahead and activate Rampage Inducer, because this will speed up your rounds a metric ton. You can see it unglitched my zombies there, and then just simply go back to that corner, lay down like I did, and just hold down either your mouse button or your trigger with something and you are good to go. You can leave this for 400 plus rounds. It does not matter. It doesn't crash the game from my experience. Here's an example image that someone sent me as far as where you can aim to make sure that it is right. You want to aim slightly to the left because manglers will jump up from the ground and be able to shoot you just once with their gun, with their arm gun, before you actually kill them. Otherwise you can kill them instantly if you are aiming at the right spot. So kind of just keep testing it out, right? It's slightly to the left, but you're aiming forward right here, and you should be able to shoot every single zombie that comes at you and last for infinite amount of rounds. Now Gobblegums are given to you based on rounds, so the further that you get, the higher rounds that you get, the more Gobblegums you unlocked. And even though we are not on a 2x weekend, this is absolutely worth doing, so you guys should definitely check this out. But if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below, then like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.